Is it uncomfortable because you don't know who you would be without the thought? Like, what would be remaining? If those aren't my thoughts, then who am I? If I'm not the one thinking these thoughts, who am I? I'm so glad you said this because that's something I've been working with lately is like, who is the one who is thinking this thought? Like, who is the identity of that 6-year-old who's, and then where are the associated feelings that are there? And I've been working with these somatically, but as identities. And then you're right. We don't want to, oh, well, you're just wrong. Like we're not trying to do that. We need to meet these identities somatically. We're going to do that in tier 2 this weekend. But we want to meet them and see this identity and let them be seen. We don't have to think of it as seeing the young self, but we could think of it. I mean, sort of, we can think of it, but the actual practical application will be to actually observe the physical sensations that arise as we ask, who is the one? And then allowing that to be seen with our objective or kind and loving attention until it dissolves. And then identity can often dissolve in that way, as well as the associated feelings, but not because we're trying to get rid of them, but because they received being witnessed. That 6-year-old wants to be loved and witnessed. And that's what we can do with our present attention. That's the goal, what he said. So I guess it's good for us to have in mind what the goal can be if that resonates for you. And then there are parts that where we're buying in, where based on a misinterpretation in childhood, like that person said something about me and then that was me, and then that feels foundational, or things where that's stored in. And so do you guys know Rupert Spira? I know a few of you are aware of him, but he's a teacher. I'm going to post this video in the group. This is my favorite video of him ever. He talks about how we can intellectually know something, but that felt sense of identity is actually has a stronger hold on us somatically than even our thinking sense of identity. What I've been doing is meeting it somatically as if it's real, like giving it the acknowledgement and attention it needs. And then once we meet it and see it all the way through, and then it no longer exists, then a part of us can see that it was actually never real to begin with. But I think we have to meet it in that way, and then we might have a different vantage point. What do you guys think? I think we need to acknowledge that and meet that at the nervous system level, just in my experience with trauma, especially. They talk about this in spirituality and trauma. They talk about how spirituality can often bypass trauma in some ways. There are teachers that talk about that. So I think in cases like this, it's really important that we meet it somatically and at the nervous system level to free a person. That might be the route, before we have access to another route.